So you had that game today where you gained over 80 SR. Next match, played just as well and only got about 40. Same rank, same player, same everything. A lot of folks don't actually understand how SR works in Black Ops 7 rank play. If rank has ever felt inconsistent, random, or just straight up rigged, I promise you, you are not crazy. It seems like Call of Duty is better at gaslighting you than anything else. So there is a system, it's just doing a really bad job of explaining itself. So I want to talk about the SR system and the HPR system in Black Ops 7 rank play, how it actually works, this, that, and the third. Hopefully by the end, you'll actually have a good grasp of how everything works here. So the first thing we need to clear up is SR is not a flat reward system. Start to look at SR as a correction system. The game is constantly trying to line up two things: your visible rank and your hidden skill rank, or your HPR, known as your hidden performance rating. Every match, ranked is basically asking one question: did this result surprise me? If the answer is yes, you get paid. If the answer is no, you kind of just get scoffed at and the game moves on. Now, ultimately, here on the channel, I am super big on mindset. And I want you guys to be 100% aware of this. But when you're in the mix, when you're in the trenches, in those tough matches, I don't want you guys to be thinking about this too much. Ultimately, I like to push vibes, good energy, and self-awareness. But at the end of the day, SR isn't impressed by vibes. It's kind of impressed by the math. And I know people have told me,
oh, well, you sound like you never even played rank before, blah, blah, blah.
The reason why I take this approach is because I know us gamers get in our heads once we get a lot of intel like we're getting in this video here. So again, be aware of this stuff, but don't obsess over it. So here's sometimes why you'll see those huge SR jumps, like 80 to 100, or maybe even 150 plus, depending on where you are. System thinks you're better than your current rank. It tries to move you up faster. This can happen after rank resets or when you're consistently outperforming all of your lobbies. That 80 SR game you had today, that wasn't generosity. That was correction. But the game is basically saying, yeah, you're still not where you're supposed to be. Now, this is the part people argue about, and I'm gonna say it clearly. Performance actually matters in rank play, 100%. Not more than wins, but way more than people want to admit. The things that the system heavily cares about is winning gunfights, consistent KD, and objective time. I guess you can say clutch moments as well, but I guess to a degree that is cohesive with a high KD. But yes, gunfights matter. Trust me on this. Your HPR goes up the more you win your gunfights. And I'm gonna say it one more time. Do not get in your head about this just because you heard me say it. But you don't need a montage game. You do need impact though. Two players can win the exact same match with the exact same KD, relatively similar hard point time, but walk away with completely different SR. That's because ranked isn't just tracking what happened, it's tracking who made it happen. And your hidden performance rating, or your HPR, it's always updating. It's never stuck. And it does seem like in this game, it is gonna be a lot easier to get unhard stuck than past CODs. So listen up for a second here. If you do really well, let's say you drop a 2.0 KD, right? But you still lose the game, your HPR most likely will still go up. So one thing that I've been saying in those games where it's kind of out of reach, I will tell everybody on my team, look, at this point, just play for stats. Try to get some more kills, try to get some more damage clocked in, because again, even though we are losing, if our stats look good, our hidden performance rating can still go up. Heavy on the can still. Every single case will be different for most players. And at the same time, you could win a game, maybe you 6-0'd somebody in a search and destroy, but you dropped a .70 or a .80, your HPR will most likely go down because of that. So with all this in consideration, that's why sometimes you'll lose a close game, but later get a massive SR boost on a win. The system didn't forget that you played well, it just needed confirmation. So SR isn't just all about stats, it's also about the system's expectations as well. Because consistency actually matters a lot in ranked. When I'm playing long sessions, I've been using advanced gaming supplements. It keeps me locked in without that cracked out jittery feeling, no crashing, no random focus dip, just clean energy, and I guarantee you will find at least 10 flavors you will like from the Advanced GG store. Check these guys out, it'll be the second link down in the description, and use code NERVS10 NRVS10 for 10% off anything you want to cop off of the Advanced GG store. Now, all right, back to why ranked messes with your head. Let's talk losses. Yes, losses deduct SR, but the game actually protects you more than it tells you. Obviously, you have rank up protections, daily loss protections, and all that kind of stuff. This exists for one reason: to stop tilt spirals. So I signed on to the game yesterday after reaching the next division. I had 4 loss protections. I had the 3 from making it to the next division and the 1 from the daily. I think that's a W, and I also didn't even think that that would stack. I'm hoping it's actually there just to actually be there, if you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, if it is in the game, I 100% understand why, because ranked knows people will keep queuing when they shouldn't. So it quietly puts guardrails on. Now, let's address the thing everyone feels but doesn't quite understand: solo queuing. This one can be tricky. There was kind of a theory out there saying if you solo queue, you will get rewarded with more SR. Not quite. What it does give you though is volatility. When you solo queue, the system has less certainty about the outcomes. Wins surprise it more because obviously when you party up, you are more likely to get the dub. And when you party up, the MMR or the matchmaking rating gets averaged out. But ultimately, I do think the person with the highest MMR in that lobby is kind of that matchmaking ceiling. So one thing to understand is expected wins can equal smaller SR gains. That's why you got 80 SR while solo queuing, then only got 40 SR while partied up playing just as well. Solo queue feels like a casino because mathematically, it kind of feels like it. Now, something I did catch wind about is inactivity decay. I don't think this was a thing in previous CODs, but if you stop playing, your SR can slowly drip away. Now, I'm not sure if I like this. I do think it'll make more sense for your HPR to kind of slowly decline, not because you're worse, but because the system loses the confidence in its data. And obviously, ranked rewards consistency, even when the gains don't show immediately. So now that we've had ranked for a few days now, you may or may not have an idea of where you think you should be, but so does the system. The system might think you belong higher, especially if you felt like you came up short in your placement matches. And by the way, I do want to add this before we duck out of here. Just because you place in a certain division, it's not doom and gloom for you. I've seen a lot of people place in one division on day one of rank, and then 2 days later, they are literally 2 divisions higher. And I do kind of think that's what's very common. Let's say for the most part, a lot of cases. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, if you place here, you're supposed to be here. So let's slow down for a second here. Let's say, for example, if you placed in diamond after your placement matches, the system might think you belong in iridescent. Or if you placed in gold, the system might be covertly anticipating you to be in diamond. Now, that is kind of just an observation that I made over the last few days, but I will say rank does feel way different this year. The competition is a lot stiffer, and you absolutely get punished for making stupid mistakes, man. But at the end of the day, don't force playing ranked on tilt days. That's how people lose 2 divisions chasing 1. If this video helped you understand the system at least a little bit better, drop a like on the video and consider subscribing. I'll drop 2 more videos for you on the screen right here. I'll see you all over there.